Now, from Portland, you went down with your father and Randy, and you started up your own company.
Yes.
Which was considered an outlaw promotion down near Memphis, was it?
See, that word outlaw.
Lexington,
Kentucky.
Yeah. Right.
You know, it's funny you should say outlaw. Let me explain the definition of outlaw. That's when you rob the train with guns and a mask. Now, when Domino's Pizza is in town and Chicago Pizza goes right next door, that's not an outlaw promotion. That's the American way.
It's competition.
Competition, not opposition, competition. There you are. And it was a little bit communist, the way the territories were set up in the past, where we had to obey those strict lines. Otherwise, you wouldn't get the NWA sticker of approval, and a champion wouldn't come to your town, and you wouldn't have the credibility that is enjoyed only by the NWA, you know, and the people would be hypnotized into thinking that that was the only way to go. Well, the NWA fell apart because without money, it's about this is a cash flow business. It's not wrestling on the marquee, no matter what you call it. They have to draw money in order to pay the boys, and the promoters have to have something called profit. Now, let me anticipate your next three questions. Having had my own entrepreneurship in partnership with my family, I have a different vantage point than every other wrestler that's going to sit in this chair. Okay, you've got wrestlers that say, look at what you've done to us. Well, if you took steroids, don't blame Vince McMahon. I mean, please. You're 21 years old, did you take steroids? Well, then look in the mirror and say, self, you're an idiot. Or you're a whore. You traded something for something. Quid pro quo. You knew the warning label was there. I mean, are we together on this? That you are responsible for the consequences of whatever actions that you made in your life. Outlaw promotion, that suggests that it was against the law. No, this is well within the law to invest your money wisely or stupidly and succeed or fail in whatever business or endeavor that you choose. In our case, it was the wrestling business, the entertainment business, whatever you call it. It was the ticket business. We were selling tickets. And if our show was good enough, they'd come back. And if it wasn't, they wouldn't. So it's the same business as the other guys were doing, except we were known as the Outlaws. Now, when these wrestlers get together and they say, we want a union, well, let me be the first to say, I don't want to join your union. Because, like, this is what happened in America. I mean, we have unions, don't we? And let's just take one business, the automobile business. You had General Motors, you had Ford, you had Chrysler. These are the big three. That's all they had. That was the NWA. We didn't intrude on each other. Then we had a thing called the union. And then we had a little four-letter word called M-O-R-E, more. I want more. Give me more. I'm a worker. We are together. Together we are powerful. I want more. That's what a union does. Next thing you know, General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, they said, okay, you can have more. We'll just add it on to the cost by the consumer. Let the cost of the car go up. In other words, they raise ticket prices in order to,
right.
Hey, baseball, football, every major sport, you know. Okay, let me get to the point because I'm sure you're falling asleep here because I'm almost doing it. Okay. Okay. Next thing you know, Japan and Germany are building better cars than the United States because in Japan they got people that work for rice and they're able to put together a better car because in German people are more quality oriented and so is Japan. So anyway, in other words, the rest of the story is the boys say the promoters are a bunch of thieves. Well, I could give you a whole list of wrestlers that died broke. I mean, promoters that died broke too. Mm-hmm. In other words, wrestlers died broke and promoters died broke. So they're all dying broke. So how could they be thieves? You know, you're an independent contractor. I never told you what I would pay you. I give you whatever I thought was fair or whatever I thought you would take without leaving. Your main, and then everybody got mad at Vince McMahon because he rated talent. Well, that's un-American. Well, actually it is. That's called supply and demand. That's called, what is your own, if you're a wrestler and you're not happy with what you're making, or let's say you are happy. In other words, hey, come to the World Wrestling Federation. Well, I'm loyal to XYZ. I'm going to stay here and live and die with this guy. Well, I'll pay you more. Okay, I'll go. You see what I mean?
Right.
In other words, where money lies, honor dies, or loyalty dies, or anything else. In other words, if the price is right, I'll be there tonight. No, absolutely not nothing doing. Well, how about for this much? Okay. In other words, they unlock the supply and demand has to do with how much. And sometimes that's not an intelligent decision, it's an emotional one. Okay? But yeah, go back to your question, we were an outlaw organization.
What roadblocks did you guys go through?
Well, the road to success is always under construction. Naturally, I try to blot it out of my mind. It was the longest, most miserable 7 years of my life.
Huh.
And it was also at the time where I met my wife, who pretended to be a lift and turned out to be a load. And finally, we had a divorce where she was an unload.
Huh.
And now I am free and happy and made a vow to never, ever walk down that aisle again. Because I've seen the other side of the mountain, and it's paved with, you know what.
Right. Now,
who were the main guys against you? Was it Lawler and Jarrett? Did you say you were infringing mainly on them because of the territory you were there, or was that the main? Were you like the main competition for them?
Well, they were living in Nashville and Memphis, and we were living in Lexington. So we were also going into Southern Illinois. We're going into a virgin land of West Virginia, where some of the children had eyes a little too close together because the gene pool wasn't so deep, because they went to family reunions looking for babes. Okay. And, we traveled a lot. We worked very hard. I was in charge of the photography, the writing, can you believe it?
Right.
The programs and everything. I made sure the picture business was running efficiently.
the gimmick table, you mean?
The gimmick table?
Right.
Yeah, I got plenty of gimmicks. I'm a gimmick man. Very little substance.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Title Match Network, your source for everything pro wrestling, with exclusive live pay-per-views featuring top talent from around the world.
Oh, I like that one.
Details direct from the source with deep diving shoot interviews and podcasts.
I love it. I love being a part of Title Match Network.
Get extreme with exclusive death matches. I threw the door! And of course, the best selection in women's wrestling available.
Oh!
What's gonna happen?
With thousands of clips featured on Title Match Network's YouTube channel with over 2.3 million subscribers.
Oh!
All at the tips of your fingers. Every style available 24/7 on demand. Visit TitleMatchNetwork.com to sign up today and start watching instantly.